God bless you, social media. Haven't been on in a while, but I wanted to talk to you about a deliverance that I think will be incumbent that you receive this before you properly attack the brand new year 2020. And that deliverance is not a deliverance from drugs, or not a deliverance from some torment, not a deliverance from lust, not a deliverance from so many other things. That deliverance that's hindering a large swath of people. I never used that word before on a video. Large swath of people is this thing, a deliverance from people. Your next level in life often is hindered because you can't get past some people. God intended you to rise. God intended you to soar. And you were doing on your way to doing all those things, but then you start dealing with people. Folks, look, there are people that will have a problem if you stand still. There are people that have a problem that if you start moving. And there are definitely people that have problems with you once you start to excel. You got to know that you got to be resolute. Keep your eyes on the prize. You got to be so focused, so centered on what God has created you to be, what God has made you to be, what God has destined you to be, that no amount of people will turn you from that path. Folks, I'm speaking a word for you. You've been limited year after year. Your decade becomes another decade because you haven't been delivered from people. God has this precious deliverance to keep, to keep you, I guess, to bring you into a place where you're not limited by the ho-hum, by the doldrums, not limited by all the fanciful whims that people can come out of the bag with. Folks, you've been destined for so much higher than where you are right now, but you've been limited because you care about people. Well, I'm telling you that you can't live in this world without people. That's the I guess that's the elephant in the room. You're going to always have people present. But you got to be delivered from the opinions of people. You got to be delivered from the whims of people. You got to be delivered from the nuances. You got to be delivered from when people decide to come out of the bag on you. Folks, look, you got to love yourself enough to love yourself enough to operate above the opinions, the whims, and how people can come out of a bag on you. Folks, you need to be delivered from people. Yes, they're going to talk. They're going to talk when you win. They're going to talk when you lose. They're going to talk when you go up, and they're going to talk when you go down. So, folks, look, you got to get yourself to a point that I'm not going to be moved by people. Yes, I know you went to the first grade with them. I know that you shared your first coloring book with them. I know that they had the blue crayon and you had the orange one. But folks, you gotta start being delivered from some people. There are people that the enemy has assigned to your life to limit you. There are people that are assigned to your life by the enemy to obstruct you. Folks, you could have been so much further down the road, but you want to take everybody into your tomorrow, and God had only designed some of those folks for your right now. But you're trying to turn a seasonal relationship into a lifetime one. Child of God, I'm speaking a word to you, that you need this deliverance from people. I promise you, there are people that are prophets that would be better prophets. There are pastors that would be greater pastors. There are business people that would be greater business people. There are teachers that would be teaching at a whole nother level. There are pastors, evangelists who would save the known world if they could just get delivered from people. Folks, look, so many of us put our confidence in men when the Bible tells us not to. That we put our confidence in men, and then when people dash your hopes, dash your dreams. They rain on your parade, and you're sitting here in a state of shock when you've been instructed by Scripture to not put your confidence in men. Folks, I'm praying for this brand new year. I'm praying for an awesome deliverance in your life. And that's the deliverance not from drugs, not from some other bad habits, not from financial problems, not from sickness. I'm praying that God gives you a great deliverance from the whims of people. Be blessed. Have an awesome night.